So I'm going to start with something that we kind of talked about already.
Okay.
Vince McMahon.
Oh, no. We were demonetized last time. Guys, you got to sign up for my Patreon. You got to like, you got to subscribe. I need help. I can't talk about Vince McMahon anymore. This isn't about poopies, is it?
No, but we have to talk about it.
All right, we got to talk about it. Okay.
And I want to hear what you have to think.
Oh, no.
So Vince McMahon.
I'm bracing myself.
From WWE TKO websites, and he no longer has power to vote his return.
That's it. He's been scrubbed. He's absolutely been cleared off. He's getting the Hulk Hogan treatment.
Yeah, if you go to the WWE website, nothing.
He's not there. But all right, now is he getting the Benoit treatment? Are they like removing all of his videos? Like, how far are we going with this?
Well, I can say on the Rumble last night they didn't mention his name.
They're not talking about him. Going forward, we're not going to have any clips of Vince. We're not going to have any clips. I mean, that's intense. When you cut Vince out, he was like a main character of the 90s. And that's why I get like a lot of weird fanboys hitting me up. There are Vince fanboys. Because that's where this gets weird, this whole Vince McMahon thing, where you got Vince McMahon, the character, and then Vince McMahon, the actual scumbag. Like, he played a scumbag on TV, and it just so happens he actually is one. But a lot of people love that guy. And I actually did get a bit, I got a few people actually defending him. We didn't think it was possible. I mean, you knew it was going to happen, but man, with it being so dark, there's still a lot of people that want to defend him because they loved Vince when they were young, which is a crazy thing to do. Like, his character was deplorable. You weren't supposed to like him, guys.
Yeah, he was a mega heel.
Yeah, like
in
the
90s.
The heelest heel. Because he was. Like, it was true. He was actually a sicko pervert who wanted you to do things with his butt. It was real.
Yeah.
It wasn't fiction.
He had the club, the Kiss My Ass Club.
In storyline and IRL. Well, I'm glad that they got him off the website at least. I'm curious to know how much more they're going to do, if they're going to actually go into the tape library and pull him out of there. I mean, what do you think? Is that going to happen?
That is a lot to take away.
That'd be a lot.
A lot of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because that whole Austin became huge because of his feud with McMahon.
It's going to be hard to pull him out. Maybe they leave in Vince the character, but pull out. Like, I don't know where the distinction is.
Bruce Pritchard takes fire as Vince McMahon's avatar after earth-shattering allegation.
I saw this. Ronda Rousey dropped this bombshell, right?
Yeah, so that was the tweet I wanted to read to you from Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, hit us with that one, and we'll put it on the screen.
So she says, Bruce Pritchard is basically Vince's avatar. If he's still around, Vince still has a hand in the business. Vince was still running things through Bruce when he was gone before.
Yeah, no, that's huge. Yeah, not only do we need to get rid of Vince, but we got to remove all of his little evil tendrils, tentacles, and manipulations that he's able to do. Like, it's not, this guy is rooted in. Like, he's got a whole pack of cronies. Now, I noticed one thing, and you probably noticed it too if you watched the Royal Rumble and the camera angles. They got rid of the bad cinematography guy. I forget what his name is, but he looks like a weasel or whatever, and he's been there for like centuries. And he's basically the guy who's responsible for making the show give you motion sickness. They got rid of that guy. So a lot of people noticed. I saw a lot of people talking about this. They're like, I was watching the Royal Rumble and I noticed I wasn't getting motion sick. I'm like, yeah, they fired that guy. It's part of the Vince kick out. Like, they're starting to weed these guys out. So you're going to see a lot of people get fired, and you're going to see the look of the show. WWE is going to be kind of a different looking thing going forward. And I think that's really cool.
We haven't talked about him enough, so we're going to talk about Vince McMahon again.
More Vince. Dude, if we keep going, it's going to be about poopies.
No, this, I swear, it's not.
If you keep talking about Vince, man, it's bound to happen. We're going to end up talking about the poopies.
So, this headline is from the New York Post, all right? And it is Vince McMahon sex trafficking accuser met WWE boss in luxury condo managed by Donald Trump.
Yeah, we know they're buddies. They go way back. Yeah, Donald Trump and Vince McMahon. And this is like, just like everyone should have seen all this coming from both these guys. Like, this should not be shocking at all that Vince McMahon's into poop. I told this is about poopies. Isn't Trump into that stuff too? Trump's into that stuff too. Yeah. There was like some golden shower poopy business with him as well. Like these guys wearing diapers. I don't know. These guys are messed up. Does it come with the money? When you get like super rich, do you just get like weird? Because like you've had all of your regular human dreams fulfilled and you just got to start coming up with stuff. You're like, well, I've done everything else on the planet. And what if I poop on somebody?
Let's talk about Triple H.
Oh God. If it's, I hope it's something wholesome. Like that around my house, we've had like bets going on Triple H. You know, is he a scumbag? Is he a nice guy? We're like scrutinizing every bit of information. All right, what do you got for me?
Okay, so WWE Triple H on McMahon lawsuit. He says,
yes,
choose to focus on the positive.
Yeah, I didn't read it. I watched the press conference, and yeah, it comes up, and they're like, "Did you read the allegations, the lawsuit, the affidavit?" He's like, "No." And I don't know what that's a statement of. Either, no, I didn't read it. I was there. I literally saw it go down. Or is it like, no, I know I'm not in that. I got no interest in this. You know, I don't know which way where that's going.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss. Maybe?
Yeah, has he just been turning a blind eye? I mean, like, guys, Triple H. I've seen a lot of people like white knighting Triple H, and I'm hesitant to do that because the dude has literally married into the family. Like, people are like, oh, he's working from the inside. He's been fighting Vince for years. He knew about this, and he's been, rallying for change. I'm like, dude, he literally married into the family. Like, he's in bed with them. Like, literally in bed with them. Like, how much could he protest? Like, I'm guessing it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. He knew a little bit of this. Maybe he's involved in a little bit of that. Maybe he has been trying to voice for the women and trying to make sure that the wrestlers are treated well in the company and trying to do his best. I'm sure he's meant well. But, is he going to be implicated in this, that, or the other? Time's going to tell, and I don't know how clean he's going to be. So I'm hesitant on being like, oh, Triple H, you're our savior. Just yet, like it's too soon.
Important figure in the Forbidden Door movement seemingly reacts to Triple H's jibe at Royal Rumble.
Oh,
now, if you're not familiar with the quote, he said, "It's exciting to just be able to branch out. I'm not going to use all the cliched terms about what door people go through or anything like that because it's stupid and silly." That's direct quote from Triple H.
Yeah, I saw that, and I can't wait to hear about this. I was wondering who was gonna, like, Tony Khan's got some thin skin, boy. Was he on Twitter messing around? What happened?
It wasn't Tony Khan.
Okay.
So the current president of New Japan Pro Wrestling is the one that coined the term.
Oh no.
He's the one that coined the term.
Oh no.
And the superstar in question that's taking umbrage to this is actually Rocky Romero reporting it, saying somebody in Japan's not happy.
All right, well, nobody cares about Rocky Romero, so there's that. I love Rocky Romero, okay? But like literally 99% of the planet does not know who that is. So some people are literally think that's The Rock right now.
Sticking with the family theme, let's talk about Shane McMahon.
Oh, I like this one. This is good. Yeah. Let everybody know about this.
Okay, so official word is now coming out about the fallout between Shane and Vince and the true story on why Shane left WWE. So basically in the early 2000s, he split from the company and wasn't really heard from again in any kind of leadership perspective.
Yeah.
So if you're,
Yeah, he took off. You got like a quote or anything? I think the quote's fantastic, or I don't know what they're getting this from. I thought it was something that he said.
Okay, so yes. So it appears Shane tried to stop Vince's terrible behavior several times in Titan Tower, and Vince even tried to get Shane to join with the debauchery, and Shane shut it down multiple times, and that's what started the tension. That's why they split the company. I don't have a direct quote from Shane. He hasn't been quoted on it, but it's the inside sources saying this stuff, and that's leading to the
That
story.
is dope, man. That makes me like Shane. And this is coming after me kind of like not liking Shane, because I did this review on the channel about this this awful Royal Rumble. And the reason it was awful is because he got involved and he started booking it. So maybe Shane, awful booker, but actually nice guy, actually good human. And I've been thinking about a lot of people like who have left the company and just haven't come back. These all might be really good people who found out too much and just parted with the WWE and they refused to come back. You saw a lot of people come back. Like, oh, one thing I didn't mention in my review of this recent Royal Rumble was Naomi. What timing? Like, why is Naomi back, everybody? I don't know. Did something happen?
Yeah, that was kind of a coincidence. That she
Coincidental, right? Like, there's a lot of people like that. Bray Wyatt, which was another one who has like has received documented abuse from Vince McMahon, only came back when he had moved away, and then disappeared when he came back, right? Which ended up being like something totally horrible on its own regard, but. There's definitely like some connections there between people who leave and their timing of their leaving. And, now you're going to see him come back because, he's finally out of there. Okay.
They say WWE pushing these AEW casts off instead of building their own stars.
I need to clarify that for me. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
They're talking about, Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill. They're pushing these AEW cast-offs instead of building their own stars. How the WWE guys always dig on AEW for building up the WWE stars in their company. So it's kind of a counter dig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like WWE kind of using AEW as its developmental. I've seen a lot of people talking about that, and it's interesting. I think an interesting take I saw was the most important moment in AEW history happened in a WWE ring, right? Where the Elite finally fought CM Punk, and the Elite won. This happens in the WWE, right? It's interesting. And it's also weird, like calling Cody and CM Punk AEW guys when they're both, if we're going to be honest, they're WWE guys. I mean, especially Cody and really especially Punk, like both of these guys. Maybe Punk more than Cody, because Cody really got his mega fame outside of the WWE, but he's fucking Dusty's kid. He's fucking Dusty Rhodes. Like, why the fuck is he famous? Because he's fucking Dusty Rhodes' kid. Like,
he's the son of a plumber's son.
You can tell when people are being stupid because I start cursing more when I talk about him. Like, this shit is so dumb. And like when you start talking about these are AEW guys. Now, Jade's a good call out, because Jade is definitely an AEW original. She like came up through AEW, and all of the good things and bad things about her stem from AEW, right? It was interesting in the Royal Rumble that she can do more than she did in the Royal Rumble, but she was back to her most basic kit of moves. Pump kick, up on the shoulders. She didn't do a finisher. Maybe she's going to have a new finisher. But by the end of AEW, she was actually looking really good in the ring. And she seems to have been dialed back by the WWE, or at least for the Royal Rumble. Maybe they're saving a lot of the new pizzazz, or maybe some of that stuff she was doing towards the end of her AEW run is going to come out. I don't really know. I'm kind of off track now. I'm totally rambling. What the fuck are wrong with these people? What the fuck are they talking about? WWE is only going to push AEW people from now on. I mean, fucking great, dude. Take all the amazing AEW talent and showcase it on the WWE. Just wait until fucking MJF walks in the goddamn door and destroys that fucking company, okay?
I just liked the tweet because it literally was a tweet from before where it was AEW pushing all these WWE cast-offs, so I thought it was great that they posted this as a switcheroo.
I think it's actually great. I think it's fucking fantastic that guys from the WWE can go to AEW and get like this whole second life. Like Christian Cage is like this insane character now. Tony Storm, this insane character now that didn't exist in WWE. And a lot of people are saying like these characters wouldn't exist in the WWE system. They are so outside of the box and so crazy. It's like what AEW does best. And then bring them over, bring them back into WWE and put them on an even bigger stage. I think it's great. I think it's fucking great. This is what's great about having two companies instead of a monopoly, is you get this back and forth. And that's what's really good. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There you got TNA. I mean, yeah, one of the highlights of the Royal Rumble was that what's her name? Cora Jade?
The female champion from TNA, yeah.
Yeah, I think I said it right. I don't know. Correct me in the comments, nerds. But I don't watch that. Maybe I should watch TNA. I don't know. But she was fantastic. She was absolutely fantastic. The TNA Women's Champion is a powerhouse, amazing wrestler. And it's really, really cool seeing all this switch around. And that's what's great. We need more companies than one. It's better to have these multiple companies. Like, people, you got to get behind AEW. You don't want it to die. I know a lot of you out there just want it gone or whatever, or you want the WWE gone. Who knows what side of this you fall on. You need all of this stuff out there. For wrestling to really thrive, you got to have people going back and forth and all kinds of fun stuff to happen. This is where the fun's at.
And I guarantee you the wrestlers are enjoying the fact that they have more outlets. It's
100%.
the fans that are being very tribalistic.
Yeah. You don't want to watch it. We only got so much time in the day, so you do have to pick and choose. Like, you literally cannot watch all the wrestling. There's way too much happening, and that's a good thing. It's an abundance of options. You're spoiled for choice right now. It was just the WWE for a long time, and that sucked.
Jade Cargill reportedly having difficulty remembering in-ring work.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, we just talked about that, where we were talking about how she kind of didn't have her move kit. What is this about? Did they have did she make a statement? Did somebody say something?
So, yeah, apparently she is having issues. So this is coming from Dave Meltzer, so it's maybe
You know
reliable.
what? He seems to be fairly
good.
accurate. I mean, people talk to him and stuff. I know a lot of people like to diss on Dave. I don't do that, but, whatever. What's he say?
Yeah, so basically Brian Alvarez apparently told him she needs to get on the road and work with some WWE ladies and get good, because she is not remembering basically moves that they call in the ring or moves that they pre-plan out. So she's forgetting stuff mid-match, things like that. It's basically just
that might have explained, basic Jade at the Rumble. There was nothing going on there. I know I've seen her do stuff. She's got to have the right opponents. Like, the right opponents will bring it out of her. And we've definitely seen that.
Nia Jax would be great for her.
Yeah. They could give each other black eyes. It'd be fantastic.
CM Punk handed injury scare during Royal Rumble 2024 defeat.
I knew what you were going for. I knew it, because it's been hitting my feed all day, man. Everybody, I try not to hear too much, because I like to do it for the reaction and everything. So I get shocked. I don't know if he's injured. People have been taking photos with him afterwards. He's not in a cast or anything. There's nothing really serious going on. I will say he did not look great at the Rumble. A lot of people have noticed he seemed gassed. I don't know if it was intentional or, just how his style of wrestling or whatever, or what's going on. I try not to criticize wrestlers, because it's a super hard job. You're not going to catch me in a wrestling ring doing any of that shit. So I try not to, he doesn't look good. That fucking moonsault wasn't 5-star, dude. I'm never going to do a fucking moonsault in my life. What the fuck do I know? But yeah, no, he took a bump there. It looked like he hurt his arm off of DDT or something
elbow.
He took, or elbow or some shit. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he's hurt. Maybe he's not hurt. I don't think this is a situation where CM Punk's going to be out for a long time. This news strikes me as kind of bullshitty.
So do you think maybe he's legit hurt and they changed the ending? Do you think CM Punk was supposed to win?
No, fuck no. No, you see, that's total bullshit. You see, I seen that fucking take, and that's bullshit. That's a bullshit take. You want to know why it's a bullshit take? Because they had Roman Reigns up in the fucking rafters, okay? They knew where they were going with that shit. They were absolutely
Seth
prepared.
Rollins was up there?
It doesn't fucking matter. Seth Rollins is actually injured. There's the injured guy. Nah, no fucking way, dude. No, Roman Reigns was up top. And that was a great moment. Like, I love the ending of that Royal Rumble. If they didn't plan that and that was an audible, I mean, that's crazy that they didn't plan that, because that is a perfect ending. Especially, you think CM Punk, I mean, guys, if you think that was a swerve, if you think that was an audible, then CM Punk is the most genius, best in the world wrestler of all time. Because another thing I didn't mention in my Royal Rumble review is how right before he gets kicked out of the ring, he says, I didn't wait 10 years. to lose to one of Dusty's kids. Dude, that is a sick burn that sets him up as like a mega fucking heel in like one sentence. In one sentence, CM Punk elicited the ire of the entire world and made Cody a superhero by throwing him over the top rope. And if he did that as an audible, shit, guys, best in the world fits very nicely at this point. So I don't think you want to give CM Punk that credit. I think that was planned all along. I think CM Punk knew he was going to deliver that line, and he delivered that line because it's like, you ever see that Strong Bad cartoon where Strong Bad is drawing the picture of the three-legged dog that he can hold up to make a Homestar Runner cry whenever he shows it? It's kind of like that. Like I can make, I can make Cody cry whenever I want just by talking about his dad. And that's Cody's crying in the ring and shit. Oh man, it was so fucking good. No goddamn way that wasn't planned.
Andrade says, I needed to leave WWE to remember who I was. And now I'm back.
What the fuck? He literally came out like, it was like Andrade, like 2.1? Like, there was so little different about Andrade's presentation from the last time we saw him. Like, it wasn't enough. Like, I think we need a total makeover for Andrade. Like, we need.
Well, his performance in the Rumble was garbage.
Nothing happened. I don't blame him. They just gave him nothing to do. Anything interesting he could have done. Well, I guess he had the moment with, oh God, I can't remember, Escobar. He had the moment with Escobar, and where he did kind of the fist. Now, the fist is like, that's like Andrade's thing, right? Like from, I don't know, his faction or whatever? Or is that like a luchador thing? I don't know. I'm out of the loop on this.
Maybe it's a lucha thing.
Might be a lucha thing? And then like, yeah, Andrade's big piece of personality was like, nah, man, fuck you. I don't do that shit. I'm my own, like, I don't, he's like, no, he's like literally like, I don't have a personality. Fuck you. Like, I don't have a gimmick. I'm not going to have a gimmick. So fuck you. Like, it's such a weird gimmick to like adamantly not have a gimmick. Like, no, I am just a big dude. I will not. Oh, I think like the most gimmick he had in AW was like tranquilo, brother, right? Like,
yeah, that was
easy. We must take it. Or the fucking thing with his mask, which was like juvenile, right?
Oh,
it's like I got my mask, and my mask is important to me. I must have it, and if you take it away, I will act like a baby until I get my mask back. He was like, what the fuck, dude? That was a good
match he had in AEW.
It was great. But like the mask thing was like so pathetic. I'm like, you're just looking like a bitch. Like, what is this?
Like they went to the dollar store and glued some extra.
Just get another fucking mask, dude. You ain't got enough money to buy another mask. It's like, why my one and only mask? It's like, fuck. Well, he's got a new mask now, or he glued some shit to it. Like,
he just glued shit on it. He bedazzled it. That's what he did.
He fucking glued some shit to his mask, and now it's more special. And now he's found himself. I wish him the best. I do never want to badmouth the wrestler. I think Andrade's cool. I just think he needs to find that timeless Tony Storm secret door shit. I just don't know if it's going to happen in WWE. I think he was in the right spot to reinvent himself. He just didn't do it. I don't know, guys, because no one's going to do it for you. I mean, I guess in WWE, somebody might do it for him. You know, guys, who's getting it done for him is Lexus King now, right? Because he was into AEW and with his real name, Pillman.
Yeah, Brian Pillman Jr.
And he wasn't doing it for himself. Like it wasn't sparking off, and it wasn't igniting. Now he went over to WWE. He went to NXT, which is probably where Andrade belongs, honestly, as their developmental, so they can give him something. And now I see Lexus King all over the place, man. He's really picking up. He's really heating up. They gave him a character. They gave him some props, right? They gave him like some stuff.
Yeah, they gave him.
They gave him
some stuff to work with.
They gave him some juice, and they got rid of that Pillman saddle because the Pillman thing. It's kind of niche, anyways. Not everybody knows about Brian Pillman. That's kind of like a wrestling dork kind of situation. Like I had to go back and research the whole thing. I mean, if you were there in the 90s, then you know Brian Pillman because that was some crazy shit. A guy was pulling out handguns on TV. But Is that working for kids today? Like, no, but this Lexus King thing is kind of picking up some heat, and if he keeps rolling with that, you know, that could really work out for him. I'm getting tired, so I don't know how many more of these I can do in this video. Guys, let us know that you want longer videos by watching the videos longer. So if you're still watching at this point, I'll know it, and then we can make these videos longer. But I'm gonna have to cut you off eventually here, Rain Dragon, but tell me another one.
All right, so let's move into AEW.
I love AEW.
You know, I know you like AEW.
It's my thing.
So here's a headline for you. Some people are going to be very upset by this news. Fans in disbelief over major revelation about AEW.
What the fuck is that? What? By the way, the longer the video gets, the more I'm going to curse. Okay, I just want to make sure you know that.
You want the story?
Yes, please tell me what the fuck that is.
All right. AEW, according to Forbes, is worth $2 billion.
Oh, no shit. Wait, they're failing. They need to do this and they need to do that. And they need to... I love these fucking guys on the internet that think everybody needs to do something or else something or else.
I'm pretty sure $2 billion is not failing, guys.
I think
not the best at math. But
I mean, look, Tony Khan's like literally like in press conferences begged people to shut the fuck up about this. He's like, I just ran like all, especially after All In. He's like, I just ran the equivalent of 100 successful WWE shows, you fucking idiots. Yeah. It's like, would you stop saying that we're failing? It's like, I make more money than God. I'm trying to tell you, this is incredibly successful. My billionaire father is proud of me. Do you know how hard that is to do? This guy shits money and he thinks I'm doing great. This is the last one because my analytics say people will not watch any more than this. Like I said, guys, you got to make it till the end. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, comment down below. Not for me, but for you. If you want more longer videos, if you want more content, if you want to see more of this, you got to let us know and you got to let YouTube know. And go share it around with people and tell them to watch it or else something or whatever. I don't know. Whatever you guys normally make up about this kind of shit.
And if I missed a story you wanted me to cover,
yeah,
put it down below and we'll cover it next week.
I love that. Participation. And unlike me, Rain Dragon will read your comments.
I will.
There you go.
That's what you pay me for, right?
That's exactly what I not pay you for.
Right. All right.
All right. Tell us the goddamn headline. Clear. Stop with your Winty banter.
All right. All right. So now this is good. AEW changing its tour strategy.
They're changing their tour strategy?
Changing the tour strategy. Okay. So they have a new person involved in...
Oh, yeah, because guys, I've heard, you know, after that last news, and this really rings true with their $2 billion, they're hitting WCW in 2000 kind of area where we really have to worry about them. But it's good. You know, their attendance is low at their shows, right? They've kind of burnt out a lot of markets.
Right, so what they've decided to do is
they do their shows on a fucking Wednesday.
Those stadium.
They do their shows on a fucking Wednesday. Like, do people understand how hard it is to go to an AEW show? Like, the main show happens on a fucking Wednesday. It's not easy. Like, I have to debate it, and I am deep into AEW's butthole, right? Like,
I never debate if I can go.
I know, you're different, but you know, you have to literally drag me to shows, and I'm like a half hour away.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't know, man. It's Wednesday. All right. So tell me about the new tour strategy. I'm sorry.
Okay, so they are going to stop going to smaller venues.
Okay.
They're going to start going to big cities, big venues, big cities, and fill those along with, as if you've been watching Dynamite and Rampage and Collision, you're going to see they're pre-advertising in markets now. So instead of smart. What the hell's Saturday's Collision going to be and it's Friday, now 2 weeks out, you know the strategy. So those markets are going to start buying up tickets. They're going to, you know, that's really the new strategy of the new guy coming in. A very smart strategy to start marketing your product.
Yeah, they hired a guy just for that. Yeah, and this is good ideas. I mean, honestly, that does actually, like, I know, because I'm the guy that's like reluctant to go, even though I have, like, you know, my walls are lined with AEW figures, and I'm just told I have a channel I have a YouTube channel devoted to it. Like, my whole life is AEW. If I don't know what's going to happen at the show, I get hesitant. I don't want to pre-buy tickets. Like, I literally, every time I've gone to an AEW show, I've gone the night of. I haven't decided I've wanted to go into the night of until I know what's going to happen, until I have some idea what's, like, you gotta tell people this stuff, especially if you're wanting to break from their routines and get them out the door. And it's crazy that they're going to bigger venues, because a lot of people who, you know, think they should do this or think they should do that have been saying, oh, they should play smaller venues and pack them. I think I prefer the look of a larger venue, and I don't give a shit if it's full or not, and they don't either. That's another thing. Smart people on the internet have pointed out that they don't give a shit if you're there. The money is in the television broadcast. And as long as they can make it look full on TV, they don't care if it's half full or a fourth full or any of that kind of shit. That's like extra money for them. They've already made their money with the broadcast. They're putting on the show, and they're double dipping, because when they go and record, they always record like 2 shows. When they do Dynamite, they record Rampage. That's twice the shows for one setup. And then they're doing Ring of Honor and Collision at the same time. So they're really smart in that regard. And they normally travel short distances. So they don't have to take all the gear and move it all the way across the country. They're just kind of like going up the road the whole time. I think they're very smart in a lot of ways. I think a lot of people will shit talk what they're doing with their live performances. But I think it's great. That's one of the reasons why I watch AEW, is because it doesn't look like an indie show. These are big shows, and like the bigger the show, the better AEW does. Just look at All In. It's like the best show they've ever done, and it's in the biggest arena that they could ever book. Or could book at the time. I think the bigger the arenas, the bigger the shows, I think if they build it, if they book it, the people will come. Because when AEW does something for the first time, they do it really, really good. Now, when they've been back to the same venue like 18 times, they've been getting a little lazy, but it would be cool if they stopped being lazy and they started showing their cards a little up front to get us in the door. One thing really recent, let's end on this, is, because I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to talk about it anywhere else, the main event of Collision. That is them doing what they need to do. With the steel cage. Ooh, yeah, that was a hell of a match between House of Black and FTR. I mean, that was like pay-per-view level stuff right there that you got to see for going to Collision booking. Yeah.
I love the story about how what happened to Danny.
Yeah.
You know, okay, Mark's going to come in.
Storytelling, yeah.
And then Danny comes out after they throw Mark through the table. It was great. Like, people bitch about the storytelling, but it's there. You just have to watch it.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes you have to pay attention.
I mean, and they told it right in the arena. Like, you didn't have to know anything really walking into that show. Like, that was a good show for the people in attendance. It was good for the people watching at home. It was just solid stuff. Another solid thing was, and this was crazy, the start of Battle of the Belts. The last one that they did, where they had like all the brawling out in the parking lot and Big Bill went to a goddamn car. Like, that's insane kind of stuff, man, that you can only get at AEW. They will never...
Sammy flipping off the wall?
Yeah. It's like they're not on the spots at the end where Sammy is on the like 3 stories up. You don't see this kind of stuff on WWE anymore. It's not safe. None of that shit was safe. It's an outlaw mud show, and I think that's what AEW's got to do. One of my favorite quotes from Tony Khan was him talking about how it's a punk rock vibe, and he never wants to get away from that, and I think that's brilliant. If the punk rock insane circus is coming to your town, then you should go. Let us know what you think about all this stuff down in the comments below. And grave diggers, keep digging.
Stop what you're doing, baby, and follow Mr. Hargrave from parts unknown, if you will, baby.
I've seen the demon's face.
Mark joined one half of private party, say what up to the grave diggers, and keep doing your thing.
On my knees in praise of the that took her away.
Watch another video or the curse.